I am really bad at dungeons. There's really no denying this fact. I mean, look at my secret count. That is a pitifully low number. But with Hypixel releasing the new Enderman Slayer, there is hope for my dungeon future. Now, locked away inside Slayer level 3 is a new craft called the Juju Shortbow. Wait, what? No, stop. I didn't say Jojo. I said Juju. Stop. I'm sorry. Now, my goal is to get this by the end of the video, and that may be a little difficult because at the moment, quartz prices are a little high. And I need a lot of it! But not only that, I need a lot more things than just quartz! But we persist. I guess these tier 6 quartz minions should be fine. You know, this grind shouldn't even be that long. I'm predicting maybe like 3 or 4 days at most. It's now 9 days later, and I have lost all will to live. So basically what's happened is I kind of let these quartz minions do whatever they need to do. They're fueled with, where is it? Foul Flesh. I've got some right here. And then also Hyper Catalyst when I was feeling super rich. And then I farmed these nether warts in order to get all the null ovoids and then everything else that you need. Now, don't worry about all this other stuff. I'm pretty sure it costs me somewhere between 100k and 300k, and those are rookie numbers compared to everything else. But anyways, we can finally craft this bow. Let's do it. Not gonna lie, I feel really sexy. So before we do anything to this masterpiece of a weapon, I just want to try it clean on some graveyard zombies. Now for this test, I'm going to be using a full Shadow Assassin. You can see it here. That's all of it. I've got this uncommon Griffin. I really need to level this up and get its rarity better, like Jesus. Here's my combat level. That is horrible. I'm so sorry to anybody watching this. And then also attack speed affects this, so you can see in that top right, I've got 70 attack speed. Now, I can't really make that any better. All my talismans are reforged to the best thing they can be for attack speed. So this is what we're working with right now. I need to get more talismans, but it should be fine. So let's see how this works. 21,000. 21,000. 21,000. I mean, I'm not really sure what I expected. It's a clean weapon. It's not really going to be doing very much, especially when we're outside of dungeons. Well, I should probably start maxing this thing out. You know, so we can actually do something with it. 21,000, yeah. This needs to be better. Now, I do need to buy some Titanic bottles, but I don't have any money, as you can see. So, you know what? I might just need to do a little borrowing. So, you know, let's just start by putting Infinite Quiver 10 on it. I think that'll be a good start. Oh yeah, this is looking pretty. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of graphics coming up on screen now. Just try to follow along. I'm sure you'll be fine. You guys are smart, I think. So, for the enchants, I'm going to go with everything you see here. I'm only using Soul Eater 3 because I went poor after spending my money on some weird JoJo weapon. Oh, not again! But yeah, Soul Eater 3 should be fine, especially considering I spent 8.5 million coins on Overload 4, which was totally worth it in my opinion. I've also decided to go with Power 6 instead of Power 7 because, again, I'm broke. And then everything else is pretty much expected, you know, Recom, Hot Potato Books, stuff like that. So now we can go over the Reforge, which I chose Spiritual, a Reforge which I consider to be one of the best, if not the best Reforges for bows in this game. Now the only other option I could think of that would match the level of the Spiritual Reforge would be Precise, but I am not about to take the time to headshot in a dungeon, no way. And I guess you could also use Rapid, but Spiritual is just so good, so why would I not use it? I've also 2-starred the bow, and the reason it's not 5-starred is because it uses Dragon Essence, and with my incredibly small amount of dungeon playtime, I'm kinda lacking in the Essence department. I'll probably buy it off of one of my super cool guild members at some point, but right now I'm feeling lazy. So now that the bow is as maxed out as I can make it for now, let's do another test with the Graveyard Zombies. 34... 49,000, there we go. 35,000. So let's jump between those two numbers, 35 and 49, which is definitely an increase. It's definitely increased. I'm interested to see how this will actually do in a dungeon. You know what? Let's actually test it. Let's jump into a dungeon with the only person who will actually play dungeons with me, Mr. Feny. Also, before we start, I want to give a big thanks to this beautiful person in my guild who is super cool and 5-starred the bow for me. Also, the bow is slightly better now. This is how much damage it does. Also, my griffin is rare now. Okay, let's actually play video games. Alright, hello. It's after video Ben, and I'm just gonna kind of talk over whatever you're seeing right now. I can't see it right now. I'm currently in-game, just kind of running in circles. So if you hear random things, that's what it is. And I'm gonna talk about how I felt using this Juju bow. So I was actually pretty excited about how well it worked. I don't know if you saw me clearing right at the beginning here, but it was pretty fast. So I was doing this with a bunch of guild members. I was doing it with, who was it? It was Feny, Kazi, and Ashy. That's who it was. And we were just going through the dungeon. Kazi was trying to get herself killed so then she could wall us off. It was something else. I don't have any audio of it because I told them I was going to record the audio and then I didn't. So that was kind of odd. But I'm just going through the dungeon and it was a lot faster than I expected it to be. Like, I knew the Juju bow was good, and I heard Swavey, who is like Kata 40 something really high, and he was able to two-shot something like that M6 bosses or mini bosses. So that was pretty cool. I didn't expect it to actually translate over to my skill because I'm, again, Kata 17, which should change soon because right now is the 2x XP boost because Hypixel went down. That was pretty rough. But yeah, the bosses and the mobs around the area, they just died so fast, and I just had no clue why. I mean, I knew it was the bow, but I didn't know the bow was that good. And I was only using Griffin. I should probably get myself a skeleton in the near future, because that could help me. I don't know. I thought I heard somewhere that its first ability called Bone Arrows, which triples arrow damage in dungeons. I thought that was bugged at some point, so that's why I've kind of held off on getting it. But who knows? Maybe it's fine. We really don't know. I could test it. Maybe that could be a video, who knows. But at this point, the video should have cut to me doing one of the bosses. I'll probably show off floor 3, because that was where I really shined. That's a floor I've been doing a lot. I've gotten a lot of professor kills, and it's just been kind of my floor for the past while. I've been grinding that to get Kata XP, because I'm too scared to do floor 5, let's be honest. And nobody's about to do floor 4. But I can just kind of run in a circle and kill every single guardian, and it's no fun for the professor, I'm gonna be honest. He's getting kind of clowned on. I think at one point I just was able to solo it, and there wasn't even a problem. Like, I could just do it, and that was just really cool for me. And the Juju bow is definitely something I'd recommend. I don't know how good it would be as other classes. I think in order for a bow to be good for other classes, it would need to be a Terminator, and that's freaking expensive. I'm not going for that. But Juju bow is definitely really good if you're going archer. Like I said, I'm using full Shadow Assassin, so you can do it. I've probably finished the run by now, and you're probably getting really bored of me talking. So we're gonna jump, technically it's back to the past, and you're gonna hear my final thoughts. So yeah. I'm sorry, is it just me, or is that the coolest thing you've ever seen? I mean, I've never really been that good at dungeons, I mean, if you could call that good, and this really should be a big step forward as I move towards leveling up combat and catacombs, which I desperately need. Now, my bow will not remain in this gross state. I'm going to work on it to make it as maxed out as I can afford. I don't really know how long that'll take, but I do know I don't have a life, so I should be able to get it done relatively quickly. And if you never hear from me again, I'm probably deep within a dungeon, grinding away, waiting, and hoping to one day be able to grope Necron's stick.